I'm gonna say this. It's sad how people get jealous. I swear it is. It's sad as hell. Yeah, it really, really is. I'm not stopping for no one or nobody. No one or nobody. I don't care what woman picture show, what woman video, be on video. I'm not stopping for no one or nobody. No one or nobody. And to all my subscribers, I really, really, really appreciate y'all watching my videos and getting me to 9.6K views. I'm almost at 10K views. I thank y'all so much. I really, really appreciate my subscribers and my followers. I thank y'all so much. And I feel upload some videos today too. I'm sure I am. I thank y'all so much. Ooh, I thank y'all so much. So much. Yo. Let's go. Like the night you say, consistency pays off. And it does. It really, really does. It pays off. Yeah, I'm not looking for no one or nobody. And I'm gonna react to this video right here as well. I'm gonna react to the video right now about the little girl. I think everybody else react to it, so I'm gonna react to it now. Flat down. Right here. About this little girl right here with her parents. See, I don't think Cause King know that her mother was also pregnant before they took her life. Her mama had a baby right after they took her life. Right after they took the little girl life, the mama had a baby. Yeah. She was pregnant when they took her when they took their daughter life. She was pregnant with another child with her sibling. Which was a boy or a girl. But she was pregnant with her daughter's sibling while she took her life, which is crazy damn no hell to me. I mean, the phone stuff like that.
Hi, baby. Hey. What you want to say about the baby?
She's a beautiful little girl.
Hi, baby.
She is so pretty.
Police say the parents of 4-year-old Jabea Harris are now.
Wait a minute, 'cause I'm gonna record it and upload it to my YouTube channel as well. And I pray that she get the justice she deserves. Her parents, it's devastating that her own parents sit there and took her life. That's sad as heck. In this video, this little girl, her own parents took her life. And the thing is, the mother was pregnant when she took her life, because she had the baby right after she had the baby right after her and the father, her daughter, after the father and her took their daughter life. She had a baby right after that. It's like, how could you take the life of your daughter while you was pregnant with her sibling? I just don't understand it part. I don't understand it whatsoever. I just don't understand it at all. I will be uploading this to my YouTube channel as well today.
Hi, baby. Hey. What you want to say about the baby? Hi, baby.
She is so pretty.
Police say the parents of 4-year-old Jabea Harris are now under arrest. The missing child is at the center of a massive search that is sadly now leading to a deadly update.
While police were knocking on doors asking, "Have you seen this child?" her own uncle had already been asking that same question. For weeks, text messages, pictures, getting ignored then getting brushed off with talk about fishing trips and an old video of her playing at the park. He was asking the right question the whole time. Nobody wanted to hear it. Then came the press conference. A sheriff stood in front of cameras and said something that stopped an entire community cold.
I'm deeply saddened to tell you that our investigation and evidence
She is so pretty.
leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javea Harris is deceased.
The night that 911 call came in about a missing 4-year-old, it was already too late. She had been gone a month before anybody ever called for help. So, what exactly were 200 people searching for? What was the drone in the sky looking for? What was the FBI looking for? Let's talk about it, because this isn't a missing child case. This is something else. And by the time you get to the end of this, you're gonna understand why her own family is asking the same thing we are. Where was Javia, really, this whole time? Her name was Javia Harris, 4 years old, out of Aiken County, South Carolina, right next door to Augusta, Georgia. And before any of this turned into a headline, people who actually knew her described a kid who was, in the words of her own father,
That's my parents are from the refrigerator.
Okay, I got
Our mother and father need to be in jail for the rest of their damn life.
my daughter was
They
outside
want to
playing.
took her life.
I was out there watching her.
I had to switch that.
Cause she was in and out of the house. I say that. And I was gonna get up and wash the clothes. What else can I say? I left the house.
Wait a minute, I got to record that over. I got to record that over. Cause, yeah. They asked me to be in jail for the rest of their damn life. I mixed it up, so I need to record that over. Wait a minute. I got to record that over. I showed you, I mixed that up. Like, oh no, they asked me to be in jail for the rest of their damn life. They took her life. I got to record it. Okay. In this story, a mother and father took their daughter life. The mother was pregnant while they both took their child life. While her and her father took their child life, she was pregnant. She had the child right after they took their daughter life. They had the baby. She had her baby right after they took their daughter life, which is sad as hell. Both of them need to be in jail for their damn life and never get out. And I hope they whoop their ass while they're in jail too. For the rest of this, for right now.
Hi, baby.
She's so pretty.
Hey.
She's a
What you want to
pretty
say about the
little
baby?
She's a
Hey,
pretty
hi,
little girl.
baby.
Police say the parents of 4-year-old Javea Harris are now under arrest. The missing child is at the center of a massive search that is sadly now leading to a deadly update.
While police were knocking on doors asking,
But I pray they
have you
found her
seen
body so she can get the proper burial.
this child? Her own uncle had already been asking that
They
same
haven't found her
question
body yet.
for
So I pray
weeks.
they found her body
Text
so she can get the proper burial
messages,
she deserves.
pictures, getting
Parents
ignored,
supposed to have love
then
to her.
getting brushed off with talk
her
about
safe.
fishing trips and an old video of her
They
playing
took
in
her
the
life,
park.
and that's how they
He was asking the right question the whole time.
She depended on you
Nobody
to
wanted
protect
to
her,
hear it.
love her.
Then came the press
Calm her, and you just
conference.
sit there and took her on and took her
A
life. Why you
sheriff stood
pregnant
in
with a
front
child?
of cameras
I don't
and said
understand that
something
part.
that stopped
You
an
took her
entire
life. Why you was
community
pregnant with her
cold.
sibling?
Deeply saddened
That's crazy as hell.
to tell you that
That's
our
sad. That's
investigation
sad as shit. I'm sorry. That's sad as hell.
and evidence leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javea Harris is deceased.
The night that 911 call came in about a missing 4-year-old, it was already too late. She had been gone a month before anybody ever called for help. So, what exactly were 200 people searching for? What was the drone in the sky looking for? What was the FBI looking for? Let's talk about it, because this isn't a missing child case. This is something else. And by the time you get to the end of this, you're gonna understand why her own family is asking the same thing we are. Where was Javiah really this whole time? Her name was Javiah Harris, 4 years old, out of Aiken County, South Carolina, right next door to Augusta, Georgia. And before any of this turned into a headline, people who actually knew her described the kid who was, in the words of her own father,
coming out with a video for his song too, so I'm waiting on it too.
Okay,
I'm waiting on that song. I'm waiting on that video for his new song, Detached. So I think he's coming out with a video for it. I'm waiting on it.
My girl was outside playing, my girl was out there watching her. And she was in and out of the house, I say that. And I was going to get up and wash the clothes.
He know damn well he just lied in the damn video right here.
Yeah, well,
He lied like hell.
I left the house around, what, 6, like late 6, maybe like early 7. It was probably around like 6, and I got back to the house maybe around 7:15 because my girl and my daughter said they wanted some candy. Like she went to the store and she wanted cookies.
She was already down.
I went to like three stores maybe in between those times to go get gas, Black Miles, and I only got some drinks, like some little Mad Dogs and stuff like that. And I left and I went back to dry clothes because I was washing them. I was sitting there for a little minute, and I ended up going to another store. Like these 3 stores that I'm saying, like I sold the 3 stores already, but I went to a store last. And I was back at the washing machine that was right beside the Circle K. And then when I was at the Circle K, I was seeing a lot of police and stuff going through. And I was wondering, I was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of stuff goes on in Aiken to where like you could have as police or whatever. But I didn't know that it was my house. My girlfriend at the time, she didn't have service. She didn't have service on her phone, so she couldn't call me to let me know anything that was going on. So she just ended up calling 911. So when I came back to the house, before I got on my road, I seen a police truck with a drone out, and that's when I started speeding up because I was like, it's something going down like close to my house. When I got turned on my road, I seen a whole bunch of police like right in my house. So that's when I hurried up and I got to the house and I was like, what's going on? I thought my girlfriend was in labor because she was supposed to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? So she ended up having this child that same night on July 1st. But she came up and said,
that's her door. Her door ain't even 10 minutes. The video that's that.
But that's basically what happened until all of this came about.
Okay. Is she known to run away? Like, has there been past issues with that with her? Is she known to do that?
No, she does not run away. But I will say that she is friendly. Like she's friendly. Like she doesn't. Like it's not a stranger danger thing where it's not like get away from me. Like she didn't get that. She didn't understand it. She was just all friendly to everybody. She was very respectful. Like, yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir. Like, that's what she do. We raised her great. Like, she was a real smart kid. That's why, like, they had me kind of, like, messed up. Because they were saying that she was not, like, she's nonverbal and that. Like, yeah, she was, like, saying she's autistic and, like, that was, like, the media was fucking, like, messing. I don't know the cuss, but that was messing my head up a little bit because they don't even have a good description of my child. They're trying to describe her.
What's a good? Is she autistic or is she on the spectrum at all? Is that true?
She was on the spectrum when she was born, but they said that she couldn't be tested until she was 4 years old.
Okay, so it's on. You guys just don't know.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
We never
Lying like hell.
and she never given a sign that she she's talks good. She's like she's talking better than me.
That's sad.
But she got more respect than me.
Understood. So you guys had no idea what could have happened to her.
I have no clue. Like, sir, I don't like. It's really wild. But like I said, I gave all these detectives this information about people snooping around the house lately. Like since I started work, like from Friday, Thursday really, but from Friday to Monday, I had to work. I was working night shifts, and every time I left, my girl would like when she would tell me like, oh, it's been people doing this, and then the third round now they can call like that. They be on the phone with people like around the house, like just talking and walking real slow and things like that. And like I've been telling them that, but
how are you going through all of this? It's okay.
I ain't got a little bit of it out, but it's like, not knowing is killing me.
You already knew. Lying,
It's
bad,
killing me,
you
though.
already took her life, you already knew.
Because, like, I mean, she's still like this often,
You
but
already knew.
you don't expect it to be you.
And is the mother, is she your wife?
No, she's not my wife. She was my girlfriend.
Okay. How is she doing?
She's still a little tore, but she's making it. She's trying to stay calm because we just, like I said, we just recently had a child. She had to go, like, really go in labor early because all the stress that was going down, she had that baby the same night.
Wait a minute, I gotta delete something about this space. Dang. You had something in the dang thing? Wait a minute. Talking about this space, I gotta on this space. It's like, not this space below.
Now here,
Update.
well,
In this video, the little girl got her life taken by her parents. It still said this space. Wait a minute, I gotta put something here. Dang it! It's still saying my this space is full. Not recorded. It's not this space is full. Okay, I'll upload this to Leon, ain't nothing wrong with you. I'm not recording because I had took stuff on my computer. My space, this was full. Let me record this again. Okay, in this video, his mother and father took the life of their beautiful daughter. The mother was pregnant while they took the life of their beautiful daughter. This beautiful little girl did not deserve to have a life taken the way she had her life taken. They need to be in jail for the rest of their damn life and never get out. They need to ask her why they in there. Because she didn't deserve to have her life taken like this whatsoever.
while police were knocking on doors asking, "Have you seen this child?" Her own uncle had already been asking that same question for weeks. Text messages, pictures, getting ignored, then getting brushed off with talk about fishing trips and an old video of her playing at the park. He was asking the right question the whole time. Nobody wanted to hear it. Then came the press conference. A sheriff stood in front of cameras and said something that stopped an entire community cold.
I'm deeply saddened to tell you that our investigation and evidence leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javea Harris is deceased.
The night that 911 call came in about a missing 4-year-old, it was already too late. She had been gone a month before anybody ever called for help. So, what exactly were 200 people searching for? What was the Drone in the sky looking for? What was the FBI looking for? Let's talk about it, because this isn't a missing child case. This is something else. And by the time you get to the end of this, you're gonna understand why her own family is asking the same thing we are. Where was Javiah, really, this whole time? Her name was Javiah Harris, 4 years old, out of Aiken County, South Carolina, right next door to Augusta, Georgia. And before any of this turned into a headline, people who actually knew her described a kid who was, in the words of her own father,
because she did not deserve to do something like this.
Okay, I got up around five-ish, and my daughter was outside playing, my girl was out there watching her, and she was in and out of the house, I said it, and I was going to get up and wash the clothes. What else can I say? I left the house around, six, like late six, maybe like early seven. It was probably around like 6, and I got back to the house maybe around 7:15 because my girl and my daughter said they wanted some candy, like she wanted some suckers and she wanted cookies. And I had went to like three stores maybe in between those times to go get gas, Black & Miles, and I got some drinks, like some little Mad Dogs and stuff like that. And when I left and I went back to dry clothes because I was watching them. I was sitting there for a little minute, and I ended up going to another store. Like these 3 stores that I'm saying, like I sold the 3 stores already, but I went to a store last.
I am going to be going live on my Patreon as well. I'm also going to be on the t-shirt on my Patreon. Y'all been paying for it. I'm going live on my Patreon. I'm going live on my Patreon.
A lot of stuff goes on in Aiken to where like you could out there as police or whatever. But I didn't know that it was my house. My girlfriend at the time she didn't have service. She didn't have service on her phone. She couldn't call me to let me know anything that was going on. So she just ended up calling 911. So when I came back to the house, before I got on my road, I seen a police truck with a drone out, and that's when I started speeding because I was like, it's something going down like close to my house. When I got on my road, I seen a whole bunch of police like right in my house, so that's when I hurried up and I got to the house, and I was like, what's going on? I thought my girlfriend was in labor because she was supposed to have a baby, you know, so she ended up having a child that same night on July 1st, but she came up crying to me saying like, Javiah missing. And I'm like, what the fuck? I kind of freaked out, and she told me I couldn't overlook and stuff like that because they didn't want me to mess up the area or whatever. But that's basically what happened up until all of this came about.
Okay. Is she known to run away? Like, has there been past issues with that with her? Is she known to do that?
No, she does not run away. But I will say that she is friendly. Like she's friendly. Like she doesn't. Like, it's not a stranger danger thing where it's not like get away from me. Like, she didn't get that. She didn't understand it. She was just all friendly to everybody. She was very respectful. Like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. Like, that's what she do. We raised her great. Like, she was a real smart kid. That's why, like, they had me kind of, like, messed up. Because they were saying that she was not, like, she's nonverbal and that. Like, yeah, she was, like, saying she's autistic and, like, that was like, the media was fucking like messing. I don't want to cuss, but that was messing my head up a little bit because they don't even have a good description of my child. They're trying to describe her.
What's a good, is she autistic or is she on the spectrum at all? Is that true?
She was on the spectrum when she was born, but they said that she couldn't be tested until she was 4 years old.
Okay, so it's on, you guys just don't know.
Exactly. Gotcha. We never got her tested, and she's never given a sign that she is, autistic. She talks good. She's like very, like she talks better than me. But she got more respect than me.
Understood. So you guys had no idea what could have happened to her.
I have no clue. Like, sir, I don't like. It's really wild. But like I said, I gave all of these detectives this information about people snooping around the house lately. Like since I started work, like from Friday, Thursday really, but from Friday to Monday, I had to work. I was working night shifts, and every time I left, my girl was like, what she would tell me, like, oh, it's been people doing this and then the third around the house, they can call, like, they be on the phone with people, like, around the house, like, just talking and walking real slow and things like that. And like, I've been telling them that, but
How are you doing through all of this?
I mean, I ain't got.
It's okay.
I ain't got a little bit of an outlet. It's like not knowing is killing me. It's killing me, like, because like you see stuff like this often, but you don't expect it to be you.
And is the mother, is she your wife?
No, she's not my wife. She was my girlfriend.
Okay. How is she doing?
She's still a little tore up, but she's making it. She's trying to stay calm because we just, like I said, we just recently had a child. She had to go, like, really go in labor early because all the stress that was going down, she had that baby the same night that all of this happened.
Now here's something you need to know, because it's going to come up later and it's important you hear it now. During the search, media outlets floated that Javiaya might be nonverbal, possibly autistic, using that to explain away how a child could go missing without anyone noticing sooner. Her father shut that down directly. He said she'd never been diagnosed with anything, never showed signs of it, and the only reason there was no official answer either way is because doctors told them she couldn't be tested until she turned 4. She had just hit that age. So no, this wasn't a child who slipped away because she couldn't communicate. By every account from the people who knew her, she was sharp, verbal, and social to a fault, friendly with everybody. No sense of stranger danger, according to her father. Which, hold that thought, because that detail is going to matter. The household: Javiaya's mother, Michele Herring, 22 years old. Her father, Joe Maria Harris, 23, not married, girlfriend and boyfriend, living together. And here's the timeline you need to lock in, because everything after this only makes sense once you understand where they were standing. Michele was pregnant. Due date, July 15th. A new baby about to arrive. Into a household that, according to what investigators would later determine, no longer had Javiaya in it. Hadn't had her in it for a while. Let that marinate for a second. A new baby on the way. And the daughter who was supposed to already be there? Gone. Not reported. Not searched for. Just gone. And nobody outside that house knew it. Now this is where the uncle comes in. And I need you to really sit with this part, because it's the clearest window anybody's gotten into what these two are doing while a 4-year-old wasn't in the picture. Javiaya's uncle, the man everybody's now calling Junebug, started reaching out to Michele directly. Early May? May 3rd? May 4th? According to the messages that later surfaced. He's texting her and she's responding. But watch what she's responding about. The new baby, the father, herself? That's it. Round after round of messages, and not once is Javiaya mentioned. Not by her. He's the one who has to bring her up. And when he does, when he flat out asks where his niece is, why she's not in any of it, she ignores him. Straight up ignores the question. He doesn't let it go, though. He sends her a picture, something to do with groundwork he'd been doing, and asks her to have his brother send him some pictures back. That's when she finally responds. And what does she send him? Not a current picture of Javiaya. Not, she's right here, say hi. She sends him an old video, Javiaya playing pirates at a park, and she tells him one day they can all go fishing. Double dates, fishing, pirates, water. Over and over in these messages, that same theme keeps surfacing. Now hold on. I'm not saying anything outright. I'm just telling you what the messages say. But when you line it up against what investigators would later say about a place of interest involving water, draw your own conclusion. Because that's what this is for. You get to decide what that means.
Well, they just gonna take care of the new baby.
Here's what we do know for a
That's
fact.
crazy.
Based on the
If y'all
timing
take
of these
care of both the
messages
kids, you just
and the
gonna take care of
timing of the
baby.
pregnancy,
That don't even make no
investigators
sense.
and Javeaya's own family believe Javeaya had to already be gone before May, before the due date pressure hit, before the questions from family got harder to dodge, which means somebody in that house needed a story ready to go before that baby came home from the hospital. Because you can't have a newborn walking into a house and family coming around to see the baby, and no explanation for where the 4-year-old went. So, what happens? Late June, a story, a 911 call, Javeaya playing in the front yard near a chicken coop, and then wandered off. That's the account Michele gave. That's what kicked off one of the largest search efforts this community has ever seen. FBI, state police, over 200 personnel on the ground, roadblocks checking every single car coming in or out of that neighborhood for 4 straight days. And through all of that, the drones, the search dogs, the volunteers walking fields in the South Carolina heat, Javeaya's own mother sat there, knowing this whole search was for nothing, because she already knew where her daughter was.
Correct.
She'd known for a month. That's wild. And we're just getting started. Tuesday, June 30th. That's the date everybody official is going to point to. That's the day the world found out Javeaya Harris was missing. Not the day she actually went missing. The day somebody decided to tell the world she was. Here's the story as it was told. Javeaya was outside, in the front yard, playing near a chicken coop. Michele was watching her, in and out of the house. And then, somewhere in there, Javeaya wandered off. That's it. That's the whole account. A toddler who got a little too curious, a parent who looked away for a minute too long, and now there's a search underway. Around 8:15, 8:45 that evening, the first reports go out. By 12:30 in the morning, phones across the region are going off with emergency alerts. A 4-year-old missing out of Aiken County, South Carolina. And this is where it stops looking like a normal missing child case and starts looking like something bigger. Because it's not just local police responding, SLED gets involved. Then, not long after, the FBI. Out of Columbia. And when the FBI shows up for a missing 4-year-old, that tells you everybody already sensed this wasn't as simple as a kid wandering off. Now let's go back to the father for a second, because his account matters here too. Joe Maria told a reporter he'd gotten up early that morning, around 5, to go do laundry. Left the house sometime around 6 or 7. Ran to a few stores, gas, snacks, something to drink. Came back around 7:15 because his girlfriend and daughter wanted candy and cookies. Went back to washing clothes. Sat there a minute. Went to one more store. And it's while he's out, at a Circle K, right by the laundry, that he starts noticing police everywhere. He didn't think much of it at first. Then he saw a police truck with a drone out near his road, and he said that's when he started speeding up, because something was clearly happening close to his house. By the time he turned onto his street, it was full of police. He said he thought his girlfriend had gone into labor. She was due any day. Instead, she came out crying, telling him Javeaya was missing. That's his version. Word for word, in his own words to a reporter 3 days into the search. I have no clue. It's really wild. He talked about people snooping around the house in the weeks before, said he'd told detectives about it. He talked about how it was killing him, not knowing. Except, and this is the part that's going to matter in a minute, investigators would later determine Javeaya had already been dead for a month by the time any of this happened. So whatever not knowing means in that interview, you decide what that sounds like now, knowing what we know. The reporter who did that interview noticed something too, after the fact. Looking back at the conversation, he pointed out that Joe Maria kept slipping into past tense when he talked about his daughter. Talking about who she was, how she talked, how she carried herself, like he was already describing somebody who was gone. At the time, nobody caught it. In hindsight, it's hard to unhear. And here's a detail that still sits heavy. That same night, the night the 911 call went out, the night the search began, Michele went into labor. She gave birth to a new baby on July 1st, while the entire county was outside looking for the daughter she already knew wasn't coming home. That baby is now with other family members. Say it again for the people in the back. While search crews were combing fields and knocking on doors for a missing girl, her mother was in a hospital bed delivering a new baby into a story that had already been decided a month earlier. For 4 days, this search was massive. We're talking over 200 personnel: local police, state police, federal agents, volunteer fire departments, search dogs, drones in the air. Roadblocks went up around the neighborhood. Every car going in, every car going out got checked. No exceptions. Neighbors were interviewed one by one. The community turned out too. Churches, volunteers, people walking fields in South Carolina heat for days at a time, all working off the same story.
Yeah, and my prayers go to the family, and our church, Bethel Baptist I go to, they're helping out too. I would like to say to the parents, I'm praying for y'all. I know that this is hurting you, breaking your heart, and that everybody in the neighborhood is thinking about you and praying for you.
A little girl wandered away from her front yard, and she needs to be found. But here's the thing about a lie like that. It can only hold up as long as the search stays in the place the lie points to. And by the end of that week, investigators had covered the ground. They had checked the neighborhood. They had checked the area she was supposedly last seen, and Javiaya wasn't there, because she was never there to begin with. That's the moment this stopped being a missing persons case and turned into a homicide investigation. Behind the scenes, while the public search kept going, detectives were already working a different angle entirely, one that had nothing to do with a chicken coop or a front yard. And that new angle led them somewhere nobody expected: Great Falls, South Carolina, Chester County, about 2 hours away from Aiken, up past Columbia. Not the neighborhood, not even the county, a completely different part of the state. Reporters on the ground noticed a SLED helicopter take off from Columbia and circle an area near a pond and a shoreline in Great Falls for about 20 minutes. DNR was out there. A mobile command center showed up from the Fairfield County Sheriff's Office. The area got shut down to the public entirely. Nobody was told outright what was happening, but you don't send a helicopter, DNR, and a locked-down command post to search a random pond for no reason. And here's the part that's going to sting for anybody who's ever lost somebody and had to wait on official word. Javiaya's own extended family showed up to that scene in Great Falls, and some of them found out what was happening not from a phone call, not from a detective sitting them down, but from Facebook, from posts, from the same public updates everybody else was getting. Now hold on. Think about that for a second. Somebody's family, standing at the edge of a search site for a child they love, piecing together the truth from social media, the same way strangers online were. That's not just heartbreaking. That's a failure in how this family was treated, on top of everything else they were already carrying. Then came Saturday morning. Sheriff Marty Sawyer stood in front of the cameras, and in 36 years of law enforcement, he said,
Morning. I'm Aiken County Sheriff Marty Sawyer. And we're gathered here, and I'm gathered here with all these law enforcement partners to make the hardest announcement that I've ever had to make in my 36 years career in law enforcement. I'm deeply saddened to tell you that our investigation and evidence leads us to believe that 4-year-old Javiaya Harris is deceased. It's the outcome that we all feared, And sadly, it's the outcome that we must face. We'll have to face it together as a community. Our search for Javelia drives on. We're continuing to put massive law enforcement resources to work to recover Javelia and bring her home. We all hoped and prayed to find her alive. But it's extremely important to bring her home to her family, and it's important to bring her home for us. We're currently searching an area of interest right now, not in Aiken County, and I am not disclosing where that's at. But I'm sure you understand, if in fact Javelia's body is where we think it is, it's going to be a difficult time for everybody there. And we don't need anybody from the outside of law enforcement, trying to access that area. Today I'm announcing that we have arrested Javelia's parents. We've arrested her dad, 23-year-old Jamaria Harris, and her mom, 22-year-old Michela Herring, for homicide by child abuse and filing a false police report. Additional charges may be forthcoming. We'll figure that out as the investigation goes further. We have spoken to Javelia's extended family, and we'd ask that you respect their privacy. We can only imagine what they're going through. We put every resource available to find Javelia and to bring her home safely. I want you to pay close attention to these next two sentences. This is very important. Sadly, the night of the 911 call on June 30th, when that call was made, it was already too late to save Javelia. At this time, our investigation supports that she had been deceased for at least a month. I want to express my sincere gratitude to every law enforcement agency, local, state, and federal, and all of our volunteer fire departments in Aiken County, who stood alongside us this whole journey for the past 3 or 4 days in this heat and long hours.
This was the hardest announcement he'd ever had to make.
With regards to homicide by child abuse, it carries 20 years to life if convicted. Based on the severity of the charge and the penalty that it carries, I do not have the authority to set bond. You will have to go before a circuit court judge. The circuit court judge will basically do what I'm doing, but will have the authority to set a bond on you. Sometime within 30 days, you will have that opportunity to go before the circuit court judge. With regards to the filing false police report of the felony violation, that bond would have been set for $5,000, but because it's connected to the homicide charge, I'm going to deny bond. So these two are going to be connected together, and a circuit court judge will hear that. So as of this morning, there is no bond that is set for you. All right. Thank you very much. You would just sign the initial where it's highlighted in yellow. You've been charged with homicide by child abuse, which carries a prison sentence, if convicted, of 20 years to life. You understand that? Yes. You have the right to a jury trial. You also have the right and obligation to attend all court proceedings. You have the right to represent yourself and get your own attorney. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court may appoint an attorney to represent you. We will start that qualification process today, but it's up to you to follow up. Your case is going to be heard in the General Sessions Court. So after today's preliminary application, you will be given an opportunity to meet with the Public Defender's Office to confirm if that's the direction you want to go. Court dates, times, and locations of all future court dates and proceedings will be included in the paperwork that I gave you today. Charges that will be heard in General Sessions Court, you also have a right to a preliminary hearing. A preliminary hearing does not determine if you're guilty or not guilty. It simply confirms that there's probable cause sufficient to move forward to trial with the charges that you face. Understanding all this and the charges and the penalties that you face, do you want to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney, or do you plan on contesting these charges by retaining your own legal counsel?
I don't have that attorney ability yet. Can you repeat the question?
Let's just see if you qualify. So a court-appointed attorney. Are you employed anywhere?
Yes, sir.
And where do you work?
DHL Bridgestone.
Say that again for me.
DHL Bridgestone.
And do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly? Weekly. And what do you, on average, bring home every week?
It was my first check. I haven't seen it.
So you don't know.
Yes, sir.
All right, besides you, how many of us live in the household with you?
Just me, my girlfriend, and my child.
Okay, does she contribute to the financial status of the house as well?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You also have a first initial court appearance date set up for September 18th of this year at 9 a.m. in the main courtroom at the Aiken County Judicial Center, 109 Park Avenue Southeast in Aiken. So once again, don't try to keep up with all these numbers and dates in your head. It'll be a part of the paperwork that I'll give you in just a few minutes. Remember that you also have a right to request a preliminary hearing, and the paperwork included as well. You've got 10 days to submit that paperwork, and that 10 days starts today. Now, with regards to the charge, you're here to have a bond set, but this court does not have the authority or the jurisdiction to set a bond for a sentence of a crime that could get you life in prison. So today's bond is being denied, and it's also being transferred to the circuit court, where a circuit court judge will hear this case within the next 30 days, and the circuit court judge will set the bond for the charge. But for now, there is no bond. All right? And I do not qualify you at this point for a court-appointed attorney. So it would be my advice to you to seek legal counsel to represent you as you move forward. All right? Best of luck to you. We're adjourned.
With Victim Services, we are asking that he complies with ESS requirements.
Yes. Thank you, Victim Services. I appreciate that. You comply with DSS's requirements. All right. That's a condition of the bond. Yes. All right. Very good. Thank you.
After court, cameras caught something outside the family's old house. A small memorial that hadn't been there the day before. Flowers, stuffed animals, and sitting right in the middle of it, a Minnie Mouse plush. The same character Javea was described as wearing on her pajamas the night she was reported missing. That detail on that stuffed animal hits different once you know everything that came before it. A community showed up for a little girl they never even got the chance to actually search for. Because by the time anybody outside that house knew her name, she had already been gone a month. At the end of the day, this case isn't really about a missing child. It never was. It's about the story that got built around one, and how long that story held before the truth caught up to it. We told you the facts. What you take from them is on you. Rest easy, Javiaya.
You ain't know whether to smile or look down crying.
Yeah, I want to ask about it too. This one right here. That's weird. I might have to find them over again. There's some other videos I want to react to too. I might have to put them back in my download. So I don't have to find them again because I don't see it. And so, this is another video I want to react to on
And go file an.
yeah, this one right here I want to react to this. He just dropped this one today. I'm gonna upload this one to my YouTube too. There's another video I want to react to, but I'm gonna have to find it again. Put it back on my download. I don't see it anymore. That was part of the name. Sleeper. Dang, I went to a download.
Play in my face. All along you was playing in your kid back. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. Heal. You need to find your peace. Forget how we feel. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. Hey. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. How did we get here? Make up, we start just like a windmill. Say you can't trust, but you won't love. Anxiety, mixed emotions inside of me. Maybe I'm hard to love, but we just too scarred to love. Maybe we reached our peak, now we losing a part of us. And I know the feeling just ain't me. We lost the spark that once started us. I don't know what's left to do. Don't have much left to choose. Time got us so confused. Giving up don't mean we lose. Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was playing in your get back. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't need that. That's just a part my time, I ain't with that. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. Forget how we feel. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. How did we get here? Break up, we start just like a windmill. Say you can't trust, but you won't let anxiety. Mixed emotions inside of me. Maybe I'm hard to love, but we just too scarred to love. Maybe we reached our peak, now we losing a part of us. And I know the feeling just ain't me. We lost the spark that once started us. I don't know what's left to do. Don't have much left to do. Time got us so confused. Giving up don't mean we lose. Told me you wanted your space. Let you be free, so I did that. How could you play in my face? All along you was playing your get back. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. That's just a part of the game. Wasting my time, I ain't with that. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. Forget how we feel. Let it be a quick release. You need to heal. You need to find your peace. I gotta detach. I gotta do what's best for me. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal. You need to heal.
trying to reach with it. I don't know. I want to spend video. I'm probably take this box and reach down over. Take my truck some time.
You've been quiet and staring.
Okay.
They usually get you in trouble.
We've been circling this for a while now. That's all.
Repeat what?
This moment. I'm tired of acting like I want you.
Why you still sitting over there?
Just making sure we both be something else.
I bet her. I was beating on you in the first.
Say that.
Can I have peace? Just one piece, man. Peace of your love. Just one piece, man. Hey, can I have peace? Peace of your love. I ain't stand to that. Can I have peace? Peace of your love. Baby, I don't ask for much. Never really had to beg. But for you, I'm choosing either one of them. While I caress between your legs. Pull me close, hold me tight. Don't you say a word. Cause tonight's the night. I promise you, I'ma keep my word. Oh, hey, I'm gonna make it say, oh, bring your hey, baby, come on in, close the door. I need you close on the floor, round and round, round we go. Girl, get over here. I need more. Can I have peace? Peace of your love. Hey, can I have peace? Peace of your love. Can I have peace? Peace of your love. Can I have a piece of your love? Have a piece of your love. Can I have a piece of your love? Have a piece of your love. Hey.
You've been quiet and staring.
Okay.
They usually get you in trouble.
We've been circling this for a while now. That's all.
Repeat what?
This moment. I'm tired of acting like I want you.
Why you still sitting over there?
Can we make a show about something?
I've been ready. I was sleeping on you.
Say that.
Can I have a piece? Just one piece, man. Piece of your love. Just one piece, man. Hey, can I have a piece? Piece of your love. I ain't standing right, man. Can I have a piece? Piece of your Baby, I don't ask for much. Never really had to beg. But for you, I'm choosing either one of them. While I caress between your legs. Pull me close, hold me tight. Don't you say a word. Cause tonight's the night. I promise you, I'ma keep my word. Oh, hey, I'm gonna make it say, bring your ass. Hey, baby, come on in, close the door. I need you close on the floor. Round and round, round we go. Girl, get over here. I need more. Can I have a piece? Piece of your love. Hey, can I have a piece? Piece of your love. Can I have a piece? Piece of your love. Have a piece of your love. Have a piece of your love. Can I have a piece of your love? Have a piece of your love. Hey.
You've been quiet and staring.
Okay.
They usually get you in trouble.
We've been circling this for a while. That's all.
Freaking over.
This moment. It's all acting like I don't want you.
Why you still sitting over there?
Can we make a show about something?
I've been ready. I was sleeping on you.
Say that.
Can I have a piece? Just one piece, man. Piece of your love. Just one piece, man. Hey, can I have a piece? Piece of your love. I ain't standing right, man. Can I have a piece? Piece of your love. Baby, I don't ask for much. Never really had to beg. But for you, I'm choosing either one of them. while I caress between your legs. Pull me close, hold me tight. Don't you say a word, cause tonight's the night. I promise you, I'ma keep my word. Oh, hey, I'm gonna make it say, oh, hey. Baby, come on in, close the door. I need you close on the floor. Round and round, round we go. Girl, get over here. I need more. Can I have a piece? Piece of your love. Hey. Can I have a piece of your love?
I'm gonna take this video down right now.
Can I have a piece of your love?
Video love you.
Can I have a piece of your love? Have a piece of your love? Can I have a piece of your love? Have a piece of your love? Hey.
Okay, let me see this video. Here we go. This video right here. I'm gonna react to this video right here. React to Paul's King video about this young man
National Seashore.
who lost his life and while he was on a boat. What I'm not understanding about the situation is how in the hell his friends did not help him. I'm just not understanding that part. You telling me your friend fell in the damn water and you just left from there? I don't understand. It's something that they make no sense about the story. But I'm gonna react to the story right now. His name was let me see what his name is first. Let me click on it. Northern Wales is his name. I hope I'm saying it right. His name is Northern Wales. It's his name. He lost his life by being on a boat with his friends. But I'm not understanding why his friends ain't help him. I'm just not understanding that whatsoever. You telling me he fell in the water and y'all just left him there? I'm just not understanding that. So I'm reacting to Carl's King video. We'll be uploading this video to my YouTube channel as well. I'm just not understanding. It's about Noel Wells. It's about a young man. He was a football player too who lost his life. He was on a boat with his friend, and somehow he ended up in the water. I hope they find out the truth of exactly what happened to him. When they do the autopsy, what happened to him, because it's not making no sense. And you tell me his friends ain't choose to help him once he fell in the water. They ain't choose to help him. They choose to do nothing. They just left him there. I'm not understanding that. Oh wait a minute, I gotta erase some stuff on here. Wait a minute. This thing is full, so I can go ahead and complain. Oh. And I hope, I think I don't got an appeal, and I hope that he got out of jail. And that was such a offense. I hope he got out of jail. One second, I'm just not understanding how his friends ain't help him at all. I just don't understand the part. Telling me he fell in the water and they just left him there. His name is I'm trying to say his name. I'm trying to move over here so I can see the name, because I want to make sure I'm saying his name. Thank you, wait a minute. I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. I want to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. I had to fix my thing. I'm trying to make sure I'm saying his name correctly. I'm not saying it wrong. Make sure the speaker is connected. I'm trying to make sure his name is make sure that's an E. Nolan is his name. Okay. His name is Nolan. I want to make sure I'm saying his name right. name is Nolan Wells. He lost his life while on the boat with his friends. But what I'm not understanding, you telling me his friends ain't choose to help him? I'm just not understanding that. Y'all seen the fall in the water, y'all just left him there. So this young man, his name is Nolan Wells. He lost his life on a boat. He was on a trip on a boat with his friends, and he ended up losing his life in the water. I don't know what happened. I pray that they find out exactly what happened to him, because it does not make any sense. Rest in peace to him. Rest in paradise, God. He was a football player too at his school. Rest in peace to him. Rest in paradise, God. And just my prayers for his family and friends during this hard difficult time. I pray they got up about his family and friends during that difficult time. I'm just not gonna take some nails off here. Wait a minute. I'm still saying my things. Oh, I know what video this is. Okay, I already put this on my YouTube channel. I'll put that on my YouTube channel. When it is live with no more page, I got to put it on YouTube. What's this? Okay, what's this? Okay, that's it. Check this number. I gotta be cool with the not being recorded on. You have to delete a video off my nigga page. I'm your dog out of here. Okay. Nah, she made it. Okay, his name is Nolan Wells. He lost his life on the boat with his friends. They were on a trip. He ended up in the water. But I hope they find out. His name is Nolan Wells. He ended up in the water on a trip with his friends. They was on a boat. He ended up in the water. I pray they find out exactly what happened to him, because it does not make any sense. You tell me he fell in the water. Y'all just left from there. Y'all ain't dipping in the water trying to get him out the water. Y'all just left from there. Y'all supposed to be his friends. I'm not understanding this. I'm finna watch this to the story right now. But I pray they find out exactly what happened to him. They found his body already. They are going to do a biopsy on him and this and that. But I hope they find out exactly what happened to him, because it does not make any sense whatsoever. That's why you can't call everybody your friends. Here we go.
In an extensive search effort.
And
After nearly 2 days of searching, crews made a discovery, bringing the search to an end.
This morning at around 8:45 a.m., a body was found on the western tip of the island. Jackson County Coroner Bruce Lynn Jr. says the body does match the description of Wells,
but official positive identification will be made through DNA testing at the state medical examiner's office has been found, and it's now time for answers. He also noted that the family needs space to grieve and advised the public to let law enforcement.
All right, what's up with it, y'all? So look, I'm back again with another video right now. Look, this is an update pertaining to Nolan Wills, the 18-year-old young man who lost his life mysteriously. And I'm really, really frustrated, and I'm going to continue saying this until we get answers. I don't like the fact that anybody that was with him is saying that they don't know what took place. That's really making me mad.
And y'all was there.
But I got to start this off the career way and
y'all know what happened. Y'all right there.
And I want to say
I did it on the They was right there, but they don't know. They don't know what happened to him, but they was right there.
Because I know it's devastating and very frustrating to have to deal with a situation like this where you can't even get no answers like you would like to. But basically, you know, it's a lot of narratives being spent around pertaining to this, and people are telling me to say certain stuff on my channel. If you're new here, I'm gonna tell you now, I don't move like that, and if you've been rocking with me, you already know that they have it down. Now, if it's a bona fide facts, we're gonna bring it to the channel and we're gonna let it be known, but as of now, there are no facts. So for people to say certain things is going on with his body, bruises and stuff like that, hey, all of that can be true, but I just want to say it hasn't been verified. They are doing an autopsy today. I'm doing this video about 4 in the morning. They are doing it today. They're starting the process or whatever the case may be. So in due time, we will figure out what's going on. But to do this while the family is grieving and just to keep on spinning the narratives over and over and over, you know, it's getting a little bit distasteful and disrespectful to them. But ultimately, I just want to say, a couple of things that I have seen on the internet is they're saying that there is a young man who has a family member that is in the judicial system out there. I don't know how true that is, but I did see a couple of things that kind of seem true. So yeah, that could be a contributing factor to a lot of BS if BS continues to go on, right? Now, you know, I also seen, once I seen that, I've been scrolling on the internet the majority of the day, right? It's a guy by the name of Secret Service Sam. He basically said that he has talked to the mother. He probably didn't disclose everything, but he said enough. I'm gonna let y'all see what he had to say. But he also said something about one of the young guys. He basically has lawyered up. So this is what he had to say.
Secret Service Sam here, sending a message of love out to Christine Wansley, the mother of Nolan Xavier Wells. I hate having to make these videos. It's heartbreaking. I'm a father myself, and my son's a football player. I can only imagine what she's going through. She private messaged me and thanked me for sharing this story and thanking others for getting this story out there. I asked her, I said, you know, how is it possible that these friends know nothing? And she said they're asking themselves the same question.
They was right there, so how they don't know nothing? They was right there.
To come together to
they think on anybody you're free. God never right here. They thought everybody free. That's that here. Y'all right there. Y'all know what y'all right there with them.
Is how these boys have no information. Correct. On that boat, somebody sent me a message saying that Horn Island, there's no trees. It's flat. Like, there's no way that this young man was just not seen or heard from. And also, I saw somebody in the comments saying, why do we have to make it about race? Because it is about race, okay? Because America made it about race. Because how often do you see a group of black kids and one white kid hanging out with them, and the white kid just disappears? This is not just something regular that happens, but this is something that has been happening when, like, the one black person in an all-white group happens to be the only one who has an issue and disappears. So I think we need to quit swapping ignorance. It is so important for white people to study our American racist history and come to grips with it. And understand, you don't have to feel guilty. You just have to educate yourself so you don't say ignorant things like, why are we making it about race? Because it is about race. Because it has been a racist country for the 250 years that we've been a country. It's been a racist country. So we need to come together with this family. We need to help them get answers. Christine said it herself. Sam, we're asking all the same questions. Why did the friends not make sure he was on the boat? Why did the friends come back with the cell phone but not him? Why are they saying nothing? Why are they lawyering up? This just seems very guilty to me. So please, everybody, let's work together to help this family find justice for Nolan Xavier Wells. Christine has asked if anybody has any photos or videos from around 4:30 p.m. on the 4th of July from the island.
It's free, they see nothing
They
like
know her and
it's because it's free, they think.
get some justice first.
A lot of you are like,
Okay, so now that you see that, also, like I told y'all, they're gonna do an autopsy today. Well, I just want to say, with me saying that, one of the sheriffs, he said, allegedly,
so you're going to have tripping the door you too. That's crazy.
that there is no foul play. One of the news stations that sat down with him and talked to him said that he said that. So I'm pretty sure. Like I said in my other video, and I probably will continue to say, if something is happening to you, it's probably happening to me too, because I'm gonna try my best to make sure that you're okay.
Correct.
So yeah, they were gonna get me and you out of that water. No matter if we were in the wrong, if we did something we were supposed to do, whatever the case may be, and I'm definitely gonna let your mother and father know what took place, or your closest relatives. But this is what the news and the sheriff basically had to say. I got a couple of different videos I'm gonna run to y'all real quick and let y'all watch them. But as of now, that's exactly what's being said. So I'm already starting to smell something in the water, but this is it right here.
Tonight, we have the latest in the case of missing Ocean Springs teenager Nolan Wells, who was last seen on Horn Island on the 4th of July. This morning, search crews recovered a body from the western tip of the island. WXXV News 25's Megan Thayar joins us live in studio now with the details. Megan, what do we know?
Well, Aubrey, at this point, we do know that 18-year-old Nolan Wells was last seen on Horn Island around 3 p.m. on Saturday. Multiple agencies, including the local law enforcement, the Cajun Navy, the U.S. Coast Guard, and Gulf Islands National Seashore, joined volunteers in an extensive search effort. After nearly 2 days of searching, crews made a discovery, bringing the search to an end.
This morning at around 8:45 a.m., a body was found on the western tip of the island. Jackson County Coroner Bruce Smith Jr. says the body does match the description of Wells, but official positive identification will be made through DNA testing at the state medical examiner's office. Wells' family took to Facebook with updates on the discovery. His mother, Christine Walsley, thanked friends, family, and every agency for their support in the search for Nolan, noting that they are, in quote, heartbroken for their son, who was always willing to cheer and uplift others, and that Nolan was a special soul. Nolan's grandfather, Christopher Wells, said in a social media post that his grandson has been found and it's now time for answers. He also noted that the family needs space to grieve and advised the public to let law enforcement do their job. Nolan is a 2025 Ocean Springs High School graduate and was a multi-sport athlete at the school. Head football coach Jake Bramlett released a statement on Monday saying in part that Nolan carried himself with humility, treated others with respect, worked hard and led by example, and that he was loved deeply by his teammates and coaches. After graduating high school, Nolan went on to play football as a wide receiver at Southwest Community College. The college says he was a well-respected young man who was very popular among friends, faculty, and staff. Ocean Springs Mayor Bobby Cox also released a statement on Monday following the discovery. He says in part that the city's thought and prayers are with Nolan's family, friends, classmates, teachers, and the broader community as they grieve this heartbreaking tragedy. He says, quote, "The days ahead, let us come together with compassion, supporting one another, and honoring Nolan's memory." Nolan's family has since created an official GoFundMe account, which has raised over $40,000 in just a few hours. If you would like to support the family, the GoFundMe page is up on your screen right now.
Officials are expected to release more information on Tuesday morning, including the formal identification of the body. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter says he remains in close contact with the Wells family as the investigation continues.
We've been keeping close contact with them and keeping them updated and informed with as much information as we have, as much information that we can share at the particular time.
We also spoke with the United Cajun Navy about the large-scale efforts of a number of agencies and organizations who helped search for Wells.
The Mississippi Gulf Coast is like a second home to us, and we just appreciate how much the community has embraced this search. Nolan obviously is a very well-known and well-liked young man with a lot of friends. I've had parents reach out to me, say they've known him since he was a kid, please find him. And so this is very important to the community.
Other agencies that have helped in the search include the U.S. Park Service, the Department of Marine Resources, Jackson County Fire Crews, and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office Marine Division. We will continue to follow this case and provide updates as information becomes available. Aubrey, back to you.
South Mississippi community is in mourning tonight after a body was found in the water on Horn Island.
The family of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, who was last seen Saturday afternoon, sharing posts on social media confirming their loss.
Cody Heister has been speaking with authorities in Jackson County and joins us now with more details on what they're learning tonight. Cody?
Well, Hugh, Jennifer, it's been a very heartbreaking and somber day here in Ocean Springs, as what started as a 4th of July trip to Horn Island with friends ended in tragedy. Now, I spoke with Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter today and went over the timeline regarding the death of Nolan Wells. Now, he tells me that Nolan Wells never made it back on the same boat after the group that he was with spent the holiday on the island, and when he did return home, his mother called law enforcement late Saturday night around midnight to report him missing. Now, the search ramped up on Sunday as search crews set up a search party site at the Lake Mars boat launch. Now, this morning, boats headed out just around after 7, and about an hour later, around 8:45. Sheriff Ledbetter says a U.S. park ranger found a body on the northwest. Tip of Horn Island, matching Wells' description. Then his family was brought to the coroner's office in Pascagoula. Coroner Bruce Lynn told us over the phone that he has no reason to believe that the body isn't Wells, but they are still waiting on DNA confirmation. That autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow. But even after that, even before the official confirmation, Wells' mother took to social media this afternoon, unfortunately, to give the news that the body found was of her son. Now, a lot of unanswered questions in this. I spoke with Sheriff John Ledbetter today, who says that this is a very active investigation, but left this message for people who are still wanting answers.
Number one, give the family space and time. They're still processing this tragic event, and all of Nolan's close friends. And we're still waiting for 100% confirmation. I'll assure you that the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, we're looking at this whole case just like we would any other case, and we're going to be as thorough as we can.
Now, Sheriff Ledbetter tells me that even with the autopsy scheduled for tomorrow, he doesn't believe that there were any signs of foul play. But again, this is a very active investigation, and as answers start to become uncovered, we will keep you up to date with the latest details on air and on WLOX.com. For now, reporting live here in Jackson County, I'm Cody Heister for WLOX.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Noah Noble. First tonight, that desperate search for a missing teenager on Horn Island ending in tragedy. Family members say the body of 18-year-old Nolan Wells was recovered just before 9 o'clock this morning. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter telling us the body was found on the island by a park ranger. Wells went to Horn Island on the 4th of July and was last seen around 3 o'clock that afternoon. His mother reported him missing late Saturday. The young man was a multi-sport athlete at Ocean Springs High School and was a wide receiver for Southwest Mississippi Community College. Those close to him say he was known for his kindness, genuine personality, and a smile that could light up a room. Sheriff John Ledbetter sitting down with us as speculation surrounding the teen's death grew on social media.
Number one, give the family space and time. They are still processing this tragic event, and all of Nolan's close friends. And we're still waiting for 100% confirmation. I'll assure you that the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, we're looking at this whole case just like we would any other case, and we're going to be as thorough as we can.
The county coroner's office confirming to us an autopsy will be conducted and the results will be shared with Jackson County Sheriff's investigators.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in this video that I got more.
And all his friends on the damn boat. And you telling me all three of y'all ain't see nothing. Y'all ain't see nothing. And all three of y'all was on this boat with him.
Or like scenes of the 4th of July.
And you telling me y'all ain't see nothing. Nothing at all.
So y'all can kind of see the atmosphere and see how clear it is out there and how it would be so hard for you to lose your friend if y'all are all together. Y'all are on a boat. Y'all are in the middle of the water.
And all three of y'all ain't see nothing.
Of that nature. But yeah, these are the clips.
It's hard not to notice your friend in dang on water. Something ain't making no sense. They need to come out, his friends need to come out and tell the damn truth. Somebody know what happened to him. Anywhere in hell, y'all was there with him and y'all don't know nothing. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, so now that we're back, I want to know your thoughts and opinions on it. I just simply want to say, man, when the evidence comes out, we will get more information, but I just feel like it's very, very sad to see so many different things that y'all are saying about that young man, saying that he did this and did that, and I don't even feel comfortable even regurgitating it, but it's just out of pocket, you know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Also, they have now created an official GoFundMe. It is one out. At first, she said there wasn't going to be one, but now we see that there is one, and it started out at 12K from what I've seen, but now it's at 64,000, and now the goal is at 120,000. So I'm pretty sure a lot of those funds are finna go to get to the bottom of this situation. You know, private investigators, you know, different stuff of that nature, and it's just my thoughts and opinions. They could not be true. But, you know, a lot of people are questioning, like, hey, why would they need this? Quick, man, just let people do their thing and just watch the outcome. People be going through a lot of shit. You don't know how much work they probably gonna miss from now on. It's a lot of stuff that goes into this. So I just want to send my love and condolences out to them. And, you know, I'm gonna put that link in the comment section if YouTube allows me, because sometimes I be tripping on that. But if I don't, I'll post a page and y'all can go over there and holler at her, show us some love and stuff like that. I also want to say that the mother also stated that they have his phone. Now, they are saying that someone brought it to him. I just don't want to say names and stuff without them saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So I'm going to kind of chill and let stuff play out and play it by ear. But I will be bringing y'all more updates throughout the day or throughout the week until we get to the bottom of this. I don't feel like that this should be swept up under the rug. Because, you know, normally I don't talk about stuff consistently back to back to back unless it's a serious topic. And this is definitely serious.
Correct.
Now. But I don't want to put blame on everybody around them, but at the same around him at that time. But I simply want to say it's hard not to say somebody don't know nothing
And y'all right around him. It doesn't make any sense.
So yeah, I'm just saying I got my
it doesn't make sense.
On a few people, and I got my thoughts. I'm gonna keep them to myself.
Correct.
But ultimately, I say what I have to say. This is just a brief update. We don't talk about everything. Living their thoughts and opinions. R.I.P. to him. Condolences to the family. It's just sad and unfortunate. I hope that they do the justice that he and they deserve in this situation. I'll let y'all in a minute. All right.
Yeah, something ain't right. I pray they find out what happened to him, and if anybody was involved, they end up in jail where they get out and never get out, because something just ain't right. We'll be back on YouTube. I'm gonna go upload these videos to my YouTube channel. But I thank all of y'all for appreciate all of y'all for doing my live with me. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna find the other video that I wanted to react to, but I'm gonna upload these two videos to my YouTube channel. I will be back on if I find other videos that I was trying to react to and want to find it. But I pray that he get the justice he deserves. I pray they find out exactly what happened to Colin. Let me make sure it's right. Colin Wales. I'm praying that they find exactly what happened to him. Thank y'all for doing my live with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate y'all subscribing to my YouTube channel. I will be going on subscribe YouTube channel and watching y'all videos as well. Because y'all watching mine, I'm going to go on y'all channel to watch y'all videos also. So thank y'all for watching my videos. I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all for joining me. I really appreciate it. I appreciate y'all for the 9K views. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. I'll be back on YouTube a little bit later. Well, I might just